Hello, welcome back to Stitched Up Weekly. It is Monday the 18th of November and I have just got back from a fabulous few days away in the Lake District with Ruan and Tamlin, my gorgeous Northern Soul sisters. So just got home and back to weekly vlogging. So I've got to unpack first. I've just made myself a coffee and I am just reminiscing about our amazing weekend. Well, long weekend, because we went Friday, came back today. And it's, you know, when you've got that anticlimax, when, you know, you're back at work the next day and you've just had a lovely time away. But I've just been so lucky to have a week away on holiday, back at work for a few days, and then a long weekend away as well. I am so lucky. So I have to be grateful for that. But yes, I am home now. And I am just in the process of sorting everything out. I'm going to go and pack my suitcase, and it's Monday. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Martin's still at work. He won't be home while later tonight. And I think I am going to sort out my wardrobe. I was chatting about this with Ruan on the way home in the car, because I've driven, dropped her off and then come home, and we had a long 2.5 hours. But it didn't feel that long actually, where we were chatting about all sorts. And I mentioned that I think I might sort out my wardrobe this afternoon while I have the opportunity to do it, because I'm not at work today, off the rest of the day. And with Martin being at work, I thought I might do that this afternoon. It's bitterly cold outside today, really cold, but I've come home. Martin's got the fire in, which is just amazing. So it's nice and snuggly and cozy inside, which is really nice. So I'm going to have my coffee. I haven't even taken my shoes off yet. Unpack, put everything away that I need to put away, and then, yeah, going to sort my wardrobe out, because it's at that stage where there are things just rammed in and I can't see the wood for the trees. There's still a lot of summer stuff in there which needs to either be put away properly now or decided whether I'm keeping or not, and then just make it so that I can actually get into my drawers, because it's just a nightmare. So going to do that this afternoon. Let's try that again. I just dropped you then. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I look gorgeous. I'm out running, if you hadn't guessed. It's my first run since before I went on holiday, because what with being straight back into work last week when I got back, and then a whale weekend with the girls, back at work yesterday. I'm off today, which is wonderful. So I thought I'd get back out. I'm about a mile into my run and it's a beautiful morning, but oh boy is it cold. We got a fair bit of snow yesterday. I'll insert some pics so you can see, but I'm sure you're sick of seeing snow pics, to be fair, because I think everybody was posting them yesterday. Most of it's melting now, we've got a little bit left, but it's bitterly cold, but lovely for running. I got my bedroom more or less sorted. I've still got a couple of drawers to do, but I have managed to just get 10 bin liners full of stuff that needs to go to the charity shop. That's how much rubbish I've got in my room, I guess. Stuff that's just doesn't fit me anymore. Bags, shoes, all that kind of stuff that I've had years, and thought, you know what, I need to just properly sort this out because I don't have space. It's very cluttered, and boy, it feels so much better. So it's really helped me to identify what I've actually got in my winter wardrobe now that fits and doesn't fit. So, and there's not a lot. I have a couple of dresses, which are my Lyra dresses, which are still a bit big, but I can wear them, they're fine. My Vienne dress, which I made earlier this year, which I can still wear with a big chunky cardigan on. And yeah, that's about it. A couple of other bits and pieces, but yeah, that's about it. And hardly any tops apart from my Marni blouses, my Atelier brunette ones that I made, and a couple of shirts. I sorted through all my jumpers, so they've been pared down. So it feels really good to be less cluttered. Anyway, I am going to put my phone away and get my glove back on because I can't feel my fingers. So I'm going to finish my run, going for my nails doing at 12, and then hopefully I'll come back to you a bit later on. Back from having my nails done, and I've gone back to black. So these are black sparkles I really like them. I think they look nice, and I don't have talons anymore because they were incredibly long after not having them done since before I went to Barbados. So I'm not wearing anything me made. I am just wearing a ready to wear rib knit top with my jeans today. It is cold, as we've already discussed, so yeah, I just want all the layers on today to keep nice and warm. So I'm going to make myself some lunch, trying to get myself back into eating better because I still haven't been able to manage it since my trip to Cornwall back in early September, and yeah, I am back on it now. I'd like to get myself just eating a little bit more healthily, shall we say, than I have been. So I'm going to make myself an omelette, I think, and maybe have that with some baked beans because it's 20 to 2 and I am absolutely starving. I think having that run and not eating after that as well has used up all my stores. So yes, going to do that now, and then I think we might get around to doing a little bit of sewing. So I think I mentioned that I'd put some Destash parcels up, Destash fabrics even, this morning, and I'd also got these 2 bolts of French terry that I bought probably about 3-4 years ago now. I think at the time I had the intention of using some of it for myself and then selling some of it and potentially setting up my own fabric business, but for lots of reasons I changed my mind about that, and I had these 2 bolts of fabric that I thought, you know what, I'm just going to see if anybody wants any of it and I can get rid of it because it's just taking up space in my sewing room. And yeah, it's all sold really quick actually. I was quite surprised. Still got people asking me if there's any left, but unfortunately there isn't. So yeah, I need to get those cut as well and parcelled up for Mr. Postman to come and collect in the next couple of days, which will be really good. And yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit of sewing this afternoon. I do need to hem the bias cut skirt that I sewed up at the weekend with my Northern Soul sisters when I was in the lakes. So yeah, I've been letting that hang because it's cut on the bias, so I need to let that bias drop so I can hem it and level it. So I might give that another day actually, and yeah, think about what I want to make. So it's Saturday and I've done virtually no filming the last couple of days. I'm going to do the usual, let's get the weather chat out of the way first. We'll do that first, shall we? But yeah, it's grim. That's all I can say. Really grim. It's been so cold in the UK this week. We had the snow earlier in the week, which lasted a couple of days, as you saw. And then it's been icy, really cold. And then today we've just got rain, relentless rain. I have been working. I have literally just finished work. I've just been doing some triage calls from home, which has been quite nice. Busy, but nice, because it means I don't have to go out in this horrid weather. And I've just finished, so I'm going to sort myself some lunch out. I've got a nice warm coffee. I'm sat here huddled around my little oil-filled radiator because it is just Baltic. It really is. But I've got a few bits and pieces to show you. I'm wearing my Chalk and Notch Page hoodie today, this one. I need to make another one of these because I really love this. For this kind of weather, it's just lovely. It's been a really good week. I think I've alluded to sort of a couple of work stresses I've had going on in the background over the last few months, and everything came to a bit of a conclusion midweek, which is probably why I haven't been filming much, to be honest, because I was at work I wasn't at work Wednesday, but I was at work on Thursday, and then I was at work yesterday. And I've just needed a couple of days to sort of come down from it all, but it's all been sorted now. Everything has just, yeah, been resolved, which is great because it means I can finally relax. I've had such bad anxiety over this. I don't want to go into detail about it because it's really, yeah, it's been traumatic, let me just say that. But this is the problem when you are a health professional. You know, it's such a difficult job to do because there's so much at stake. That's the thing. And yeah, it's been a trying time, shall we say. But anyway, it's all fine now. Everything is great. So it's, yeah, it just means that I can finally sort of chill and relax and just get back to normal, I guess. So that's really good. So you can probably see my skirt in the background. This is the Vicky Sews Sarti skirt. Now, I sewed this up when I was with the girls last weekend in the Lake District, and you'll see more of it in the vlog that I will be getting round to editing and uploading this weekend, hopefully, because we did a follow along with us for the weekend last weekend. It was lovely. And yeah, I got most of it sewn, but it needs to hang because it's cut on the bias. It's in this gorgeous leopard print, heavy satin from Rainbow Fabrics, which is gorgeous. Somebody did mention when I showed this fabric, it was a few Stitched Up weeklies ago, somebody mentioned that they'd bought it and theirs was covered in faults. Now, this was a faulted fabric. It did say it was defective. I think it said there were lines over it or something, but my piece was actually perfect. I've had a really good look at it and it's absolutely fine. So it just needs hemming, but I needed hemming, but I needed it to level for the bias to drop, to make sure that it was going to drop as much as it was going to drop, and then I could hem it. So it's probably about as dropped as it's going to be now, and it's ready to hem. So I need to get on with that. And then I did order some fabrics last weekend when I was up in the lakes with the girls from Rainbow Fabrics, because they had their denim drop, their next denim drop. And the last denim drop, I didn't buy anything. And I have been so good over the last few weeks. I haven't bought any fabric for ages, which is really good because, you know, all know what I'm like. But yeah, I've been really good and I haven't bought anything. And then I sort of was going to buy from their last denim drop and I didn't, and I regretted it. And then, yeah, I thought this time I am going to get something, because there's the new skirt by Puff and Pencil out, which I love. Some of you may remember that I mentioned a while ago, I got some leatherette, some stretchy leatherette fabric from Fabric Godmother, because I wanted to recreate a skirt that I had seen that had flashed up on my social media that I just thought would be great as a goth skirt. And then I didn't take a screenshot of it, sadly, and it disappeared off my social media and couldn't find it anymore. And then Puff and Pencil have released this skirt, which I will put an image of here, and I thought that is just perfect. But I actually thought it would be nice to make a leopard print version of this. Are you all sick of leopard print yet? If Ruan's watching this, she'll be going, no, because she is just mad for it, isn't she? But yeah, it's everywhere, isn't it? It really is everywhere. And everybody's just wearing leopard print at the minute. But I decided to get some denim from Rainbow Fabrics to try and make this skirt. So it came the other day. And this time I got my entire order without them emailing me, telling me that half it was sold out, which was really good. So let me just grab it and I'll show you. I've actually got a few bits and pieces to show you. And yeah, so I got 3 fabrics from Rainbow. The first one I got is this, which is a viscose, yeah, viscose fabric. It's really nice, actually. I think I got 3 meters of each one. Yeah, that's that one. The light is really poor today, guys. I mean, I've got my main light on here, but it's, yeah, really nice. Like that one. Then Tamlin got this one because she's an ambassador for Rainbow Fabrics and I really loved it when she showed it. So I have got 3 meters of that. This is a heavy non-stretch denim and I think this would make an amazing boiler suit. It would be well out there, wouldn't it? But it would be great. So it's very gothy, even though it's got white in it. I think it's really gothy. So that's that one. And then this one is the one that I thought I would make the Puff and Pencil skirt out of. This has got a bit more drape to it, so it's a bit lighter weight than this black and white one. That's quite a heavy one. I've just thrown fabric all over the floor. Oh boy. Yeah, so this is the one that I thought would look nice for the Puff and Pencil skirt. but they had loads. I don't know if they've still got any left, but they did have loads. So yeah, that's all I've bought. Apart from, I did get a couple of fabrics from Jenny's when I went to Jenny Stitches last weekend as well. But apart from that, I haven't bought any fabric for ages. I have been so good. I did do Destash on Wednesday and all of that sold. I do need to get those parcelled up. I just haven't had the opportunity to do it for the remainder of this week. So I'm going to get that done over this weekend and then they can be collected to go out on Monday. I did get some more labels. I know, I can't stop buying Rachel's labels from Cozy Club Handmade because I just love them so much. She's got some new designs out. So I got these ones, which I just think are lovely. Oh, do you like my nails, by the way? I know you've probably already seen them because I think I showed them earlier in the week, but yeah, they're not as long now, thankfully, because I had to have them done the week before I went to Barbados, which means it's like 4 weeks, which is just too long for me to go. Anyway, back to the labels. We've got these ones as well, which I just think are so cozy and cute. Love those. And then these ones. So got those, and then I also ordered from the lovely Bex, who is What Bex Sews, from her business Jazz and Wow. She's got some amazing new stuff out for her winter drop, and I just loved these buttons. I thought they were gorgeous. The light is just not going to show how well these look because it's really dull today, but they are beautiful. So I got those. I also got some earrings. I got these ones, which I love, and I think she said she was doing some in silver as well, so I think when she releases those, if they work out for her, I might have to get some silver ones. And then these ones, which I love too. Look at those. I think she's got these in 3 different colours, but I got the black and gold because they're so pretty. Black and gold bows. Love those. Thank you so much, Bex, if you're watching. So it's been a nice week. Nice week for goodies. I need to get on with Christmas shopping. I cannot believe, can you believe next weekend is Vlogmas, the start of Vlogmas. It will be next Sunday, I think. So I think there'll be one more Stitched Up Weekly before we start Vlogmas, and then I'll re-pick it up in January. Next week, I've got the tribe coming, as in my daughter, Layla, and her partner. So we're going to have a house full. They're coming on Wednesday and staying till the following Monday. So we're planning to do some little Christmassy things, which is really exciting. Don't know how much filming I'll get to do when they're here, but I'll try and do little bits here and there. We are planning to go see the Northern Lights, as in, not the Northern Lights, as in the weather thing, but there is a sort of light installation for Christmas coming up at Temple and Newsham, which is Leeds way. And I was chatting to Ruan about this last week because I wanted to take Layla when they come up. So we're going to do lots of things like that. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be such good fun. And then this afternoon now, because it's 2 o'clock, I am going to do a little bit of sewing, I think. I haven't sewn all week. I've been really tired. When I've got in from work, it's been dark, dreary, cold, and I just haven't wanted to come in here and sew. So I think I'm going to do a little bit this afternoon. I want to get the petticoat done for Layla's Christmas dress because I still haven't done that. I did take that with me when I was away last weekend and just didn't get a chance to do that. But I've also seen this gorgeous, well, I thought it was a dress, but it's not. It's actually a top and a skirt. I think that Gina from Gina Seams has posted on Instagram today, and I've just fallen madly in love with it, and I really want to make that now. I've been a bit sort of not really knowing what I want to make for myself. I know that I've got a few sort of plans that are circulating in the back of my mind that I've already talked to you about. I've got the Carolyn pyjamas to make, the seam work. Is it the Camden pinafore? It might be the Camden, I can't remember. There's a couple of things like that that I've still got, and also that skirt that I wanted to make as well, which I can't even remember what skirt it was. That was a seam work one. And I don't want to make those at the minute. I'm not feeling it. So, and then I've still got jackets to make, jumpers to make. Yeah, but I'm not really feeling those. I want to make myself a dress. I think since sorting through my wardrobe last week, when I got back from the lakes, it's lovely in my bedroom now, by the way. It really is. I can open drawers and they open easily. Everything is neat and tidy. It's just so nice. But it's made me realise just how little I've got that actually fits properly. So I'm wanting some more dresses that I can wear with tights and boots and things. So, and I really loved this outfit that Gina posted. I just think it's stunning. So I might have to make something very similar. Yeah, we'll see anyway. Right, I'm going to finish my coffee because I've waffled on it for about 12 minutes now. And then just pick up all this stuff that I've just dropped all over the floor. Just put my work laptop away, and then, yeah, we'll see what the afternoon brings. I've been sewing, so I know this is not the most flattering angle because the lighting is reflecting off my face and showing every imperfection. Anyway, I'm sure you're not here for that. So I made this for Layla a few weeks ago. This is the Easily Made Patterns poppy pullover. I had to think then. Pattern tested it, and there's been a few changes because most of us commented that the neckline was too narrow. So I had to take off the neckline ribbing and widen the neckline before the amended pattern has been released, which it has been amended now. And I checked it on Layla last time she was here, fit her perfectly. So I have just got round to reattaching a new neckline, so that's done, and we'll be ready for her for when she comes on Wednesday. And then I made the Nora dress by Violet Field Threads, whatever they're called, and I mentioned that I was making the May petticoat for her. Well, I've just got that done. That's taken me about an hour and a little, well, probably about an hour altogether. I'm a little bit worried that this waist is going to be too big on her. This is the size 12 to 18 months. She is now 20 months, I think she is, thereabouts. Yeah, 20 months more or less. So this is going to go under the Nora dress. Let me grab it and I'll show you. Here's the Nora dress, and then the plan is this goes underneath it, which I'm not really going to be able to show you how that's going to look because of how, well, I might be able to. Let me just see. It's mainly to make it poof out. So there's lots of versions of this skirt. Actually, you can make like a double layer skirt, but yeah, essentially that's going to go underneath to make the bottom bit of the dress really poof, which, yeah, it does. I mean, you get the idea. It's not exactly how that's going to be. But yeah, I'm just a bit worried that the waist is going to be a little bit big for Layla because she's only tiny, bless her. But we'll see. If it is, if it's too big, I can just unstitch the waistband and tighten it up. It's not going to be a big deal, but yeah, you get the idea. Little sort of floofy skirt under there, look. So that's going to look cute. So I think now, oh, let me just hang that up somewhere. Where can I hang it? There we go. Right, so I think now what I'm going to do, now I've got those two things out of the way and her dress is finished now for Christmas, I think I am going to make a bag. So I want to make the Bestie Bag by BF Patterns. I think probably some of you will have heard of this. It is a slouchy body bag, and lots of people are making this on Instagram at the moment. I think Angela from Devon Thread Tales is making it. Ruan is making it, or has made it. No, she has made it. She made it last weekend, actually, in the Fabric Godmother puffer fabric, the denim one. No, it's not denim at all. It's the Ace puffer that they originally released in denim, leopard print. That's the one. So she made that and it's brilliant. Tamlin's made a couple. I actually asked Tamlin if she'd make me one, but she wanted me to pay her. I mean, come on. You know, I'm a friend. She should just make me one, shouldn't she? Anyway, no, she's not going to make me one unless I pay her. So I'm going to make my own. I don't know why I'm still showing you this. So I need to choose some fabric. I think I want to make a black one. Just plain black with a really funky lining, and have a, well, it's got two versions as in the straps. You can either have the fabric made from, no, you can either have the straps made from the main fabric of the body and then it's just tied, or you can put like webbing on. And I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I want to make the straps just from the main fabric, so it's all black and they're tied, or whether to put like a rainbow strap on. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to get the pattern printed off and then I will grab some fabric. I'm hoping I've got some black in my stash that I can use. I think I have. And the reason I'm just going for black is because it's just going to be more versatile. I think if I went for like a wacky print, it's going to be difficult to wear, if that makes sense. Whereas a black one, I can take it anywhere, can't I? So anyway, I'm going to have a look and see what's in my stash, but I'll get the pattern printed off first and we'll take it from there. Good morning, it's Sunday and you've just seen that it's raining again, but it's actually stopped, it's brightening up, which is awesome. I've just had a shower, it's actually 10:30. I've been up a good couple of hours, well no, I've been up about 4 hours actually. I'm always up really early, that's just me, even on my days off. Anyway, I've been editing vlogs, so I've been editing this vlog, the majority of it, so that I can get this up tonight. And also my Northern Soul Sisters vlog from last weekend as well. So that's going up today, hopefully. And I've just had a shower, as you can see, so I've still got wet hair. I've put my gorgeous Jazz and Wow earrings in from Bex. I love these so much. Really, really like them. They're gorgeous. And then I found this in my wardrobe. So when I was sorting out my wardrobe earlier in the week, I came across this jumpsuit, which is very fitted, as you can see. But I made this about 3 years ago now. And I wore it down at the lovely Sharon from Kittenish Behaviours retreat. It's been crushed in my wardrobe, as you can see, because the pocket flap it needs pressing, but you know, I'm only around the house. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to wear it. I'm putting it on today and I'm going to wear it. So it is a McCall's pattern, I think. Yeah, you can see that it is very fitted. I don't know how confident I would be to go out in it, if I'm honest. Not like this, anyway. I would probably have a big cardi over the top because, yeah, well, that's just how it is now. But anyway, yeah, I thought I would wear it. It is, as I say, it is a bit tight. It's stretch denim. And I can't remember which pattern it is, but it's definitely McCall's pattern. So, yeah, that's keeping me nice and snug today. But it has warmed up, which is also really, really nice. So I am going to get on with a bit more sewing today. I've pre-washed the denims that I showed you last night or earlier, and they need to go in the dryer, but I'm going to parcel up all my Destash stuff first so that they can get out tomorrow because I've still got that to do. And then I am going to make a start on the Bestie Bag and I'm going to film it as a bit of a sew along. I've sort of been umming and ahhing about it only because I'm using black fabric and that's always really difficult for sew alongs to see. But I thought, well, it's not going to be a tutorial as such, but I thought, you know, I'll just film it as a bit of a sew along and see how it looks at the end. And hopefully it might be of interest to people that fancy making it themselves. We'll see how we get on with that. Yeah, I need to get Piper out at some point as well because he's not been out. He wasn't out yesterday because it was just horrendous weather all day and he will not entertain it when the weather's bad like that. So I do need to get him out today at some point. I need to dry my hair first though, but I like to let it sort of air dry, the majority of it air dry as much as possible, and then finish it off when it's nearly dry so it's not getting much heat on it. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to make myself a coffee first and then do a bit of sewing. That's better. It's now much later in the day and I've been sewing all afternoon, which has been wonderful. So I was going to film a sew along for this because, well, I thought that would be fun. And I think I mentioned it earlier, but I totally cocked up sewing this bag up. I had to unpick lots because this isn't totally my fault because I don't read the instructions, do I? I just, you know, merrily sew along and then think, what's going on? And then read the instructions and realise I've missed a complete step out, which is what I've done with this bag. So I've had to scrap the sew along, but I have got the bag finished and I will definitely make another, and I will do a sew along for it because it is awesome. So here is my Bestie bag. You can't see it against my outfit, which is rubbish, isn't it? But anyway, here it is. Look at this. So it's like a crescent shaped, but it's 3D because you've got a great big panel along the bottom. And I've sort of just done the tie version because you can use a strap slider, but I didn't have one wide enough for this, so I have had to just tie it. And it does give you instructions on how to do that in the pattern. I've used this chunky zip that was literally in my stash because I thought that pop of colour just really adds a bit to it. And then I've got gorgeous lining, look at that. So inside I've got this beautiful lining that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, and it has pockets on one side there, and then the other side it has another pocket there as well, which is perfect for like your phone or bits and pieces. And yeah, I am really pleased with it. I did make a couple of errors in the fact that I didn't end up, when I top stitched the outer bag there, I didn't catch the top stitching on the lining. So I've pressed it and I'm hoping it stays where it should, but yeah, I should have top stitched that really. And the other thing that I don't particularly like is the fact that this pocket is double-sided, as you can see. So whichever way you look at it, even from the inside, it is the facing fabric, whereas this one isn't. This one is, you're just seeing the interfacing there. So I don't really know why it gets you to do a double-faced pocket on one side and not the other, unless I've misread the instructions, which could well be the case because we all know I don't read them. So I think next time I make it, and I am definitely going to make another one because it's lovely, I am going to double face that other pocket as well, because I do like a lined bag. I know this comes with, you can, well, basically you can make this bag so it's not lined if you wanted to, but I prefer it lined. I just think you get a nicer finish. But yeah, it's great. I mean, this is going to be such a great little bag for me to, you know, just use casually. I haven't tied this properly either, to be fair, but we shall sort that out. Let me just see if I can put that back through there. Oh no, I've totally undone it now. Hang on. There we go. That's it. That's better. So yeah, it's really nice. I'm sorry you can't really see it against my jumpsuit with it being dark, but I love the fact that this is plain black because it means that it's going to go with anything. But I really love that little pop of orange on there. I showed Isaac and he said, I love the pink zip, Mum. I said, it's orange, not pink. You know, boys. Anyway, yeah, really love it. Really happy with it. It would have been a quicker sew if I'd have read the instructions. Anyway, enough of that. So I am going to leave this week's Stitched Up Weekly here. Martin's due home from work in about an hour and then we will be having tea. I think we're having yummy salmon for tea. We've not had that for a few weeks, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm back at work tomorrow. And then, yeah, I will be doing a Stitched Up Weekly this week because I've got the Famalam coming, which I'm really looking forward to. I spoke to Bronte earlier, actually. She FaceTimed me and we were having a little chat. So that was lovely. And Layla kept coming on and she's going, Nana, 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 and waving and blowing kisses like this. I think she's the queen, bless her. She's lovely. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this week's Stitched Up Weekly and I will see you all next week. Take care. Bye.